Today, as you can see, is going to be just a video of me showing off my tank and its, I would say, glory. As you can see, this is a mixed reef tank. For those that are new to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoy what this tank looks like as of today. I'll talk a little bit about it. For those that have been subscribed for quite some time, thank you so much for the continued support. I really truly appreciate it. Now, that being said, this is a 310 gallon Planet Aquarium Mega Matrix. That's exactly what they call it, the Mega Matrix 310. It is an 8-foot long, it is 2.5 feet wide, and it is 2 feet tall. The lighting on this tank is actually 3 different ones, 2 of the same brand of course, but it is a hybrid fixture. So it is the Aquatic Live T5. I have 2 of their 48-inch long that would make it 96-inch total, so that I could get full coverage across the whole tank. I then actually purchased the extended bars that made the lights a bit wider, and then I put radions in between. Now, there's 2 different types of radions. There's some that are G4 Pros, and there are some that are G5 Blues. And the reason for that is because I took down my Red Sea Peninsula, and I decided to just add more lighting here. I don't think it was really needed, because when I did par measurements prior to that, I was getting very good coverage, and now I tuned down the lights to like 75% from, I believe I used to have it like at 90%, and just to keep the par, similar, but better coverage, less shadowing, and how all that works. It is a total of 8 radions, and then with the T5 combo, hybrid combo. For flow, I have 4 of the Neptune wave pumps. I have 2 of the Nero 5s, and I have 2 gyras that are creating flow in this tank. And I'm thinking of adding 2 more waves, because being such a long tank, there are some dead spots in the middle, and I'm trying to figure out how to get adequate flow to the middle of the tank. Before we continue with what else runs this tank, I had not noticed until I recorded this that the black Ocellaris Clownfish had actually made friends with the black Storm, and I was under the impression that there were 2 females, and I still am under the impression that those are 2 females. So I'm actually very happy to see that she was willing to share her Reefer anemone home, and both of them will not be living together in that Reefer. I was really thinking of selling it, because right now it's actually shrunk a little bit, but it has actually grown quite big, to the point it was touching my Space Invader and touching some of my torch. I moved the rock that it's attached to around a bit just to try to separate it, but it is really causing an issue on that side of the tank, because I don't have the space for it. Now, I do have plans. If you saw my previous video, I do have plans to set up a frag tank, and I might move this one, or I might move some of the surrounding corals into that frag tank in order to make space for this. There's no way I could really sell this now that I've seen both of them pair, and honestly, that's one of the most majestic things I've ever seen, is the symbiotic relationship that there is with clownfish and anemones. and the fact that they are now getting along in there is quite wonderful. Now for filtration, I have a 72-inch long sump made by Tideline, which I believe are the same company as Trigger Systems. It is a very basic sump. It has where the water comes in from the tank, there's 4 7-inch socks, and then it goes into the area, a large area of the skimmer where I have a Reef Octopus 250 internal with an external pump. Then it goes into a large section where I have Cato, and then it goes into a return section where I have my Vectra L1, which currently is making some noise, and I haven't gotten around to really looking at it, but this weekend I will definitely try to see if it was dirty or what's causing it. But it's doing a lot of rattling noise and I'm not liking it. So maybe just an excuse, but I did see that Reef Octopus released their Varios 10, which is a pretty large unit that pushes quite a bit of water, matching some of the cheaper versions of Abyss and Royal Exclusive, but at a much affordable price. And so I'm definitely thinking of making maybe a video of it. Well, if I purchase it or not, I'm not sure yet, but definitely something I'm considering. So again, check out my previous videos if you haven't already. You'll see the plans for the future of this channel and what else there is to come. I discuss new builds, smaller builds, where I will have an opportunity to move a lot of these coral out and maybe make this an SPS dominant tank again. Right now I would say it's a mixed reef with a lot of SPS, LPS, and some softies. And so yeah, I really I know people have told me that this tank looks good the way that it is, but there's something about wanting to blast this tank with a lot of flow, with a lot of light, but then being restricted from doing so because of some corals not taking to that very well. And I'd rather not have that issue and being able to really live up to what the SPS coral need, which is flow and light, and then maybe create other environments in different tanks for the ganies, for the hammers, for the torches, where the environment's more suitable for them, and I know I can make it happen. As you can see, a lot of everything here is flourishing, but it's just something that I've been thinking about and I want to do, and so why not? Before I end this voiceover, I do want to remind everyone that we have a show coming to Charlotte, North Carolina. If you're not familiar with it, look for it on Facebook, look for it, Google it. It's called the Aquatic Expo, and it's going to be this time at the Charlotte Convention Center. This is going to be an actual 2-day event. It is going to be on June 10th and June 11th. You definitely don't want to miss it. If you've been to Reefapalooza or Aquashella, this show is going to be just as big, or maybe even bigger, maybe to the Aquashella level, because there is going to be reefs, there's going to be freshwater, and there's going to be reptiles. It is going to be a huge event. For those that I have not met yet, this is a great opportunity for you to meet Queen City Reefs, be on video, be on the channel, and I'll definitely be at the show with my gear. I'll see if I can bring some shirts, some merch, any stickers, whatever the case is, so that I can hand off. For those that are new and so far you've liked what you've seen, I would definitely appreciate it if you subscribe. If you don't have a YouTube account, because I know that's what it takes in order for you to subscribe, I hope you decide to create one just to be subscribed to this channel at least, and hit that like button, leave a comment below, let me know if you have any other questions. I don't know what else I can really say about this tank. Stay tuned for a future video. I'm working on the next race sock, which is the club here in Charlotte, where we did tank tour number 2, and we went to visit 3 of the other members' tanks. And then I also did a comparison on par meters that I was able to borrow from some club members. It is the Apogee MQ200, which is an older meter that wasn't really made for LEDs. There is a Apogee MQ500 with 510, I believe, actually, which is the one that is made for LEDs. And it is the ITC from, I think, Senai, I believe, and it is called the Parwise. So I measure the same areas with all 3, and you'll be surprised at the differences between the 3. I actually definitely was. I tried to do the actual Senai one, but I was having issues registering the device into an account, and so I'm working on that, but hopefully I'm able to get that worked out and then do a comparison with that one as well. This is where I'll leave y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. Take care.